Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if anyone who's going to testify today, if you'll raise your right hand. Sir, are you going to testify? Are you going to offer any testimony today? Yes. If you'll raise your right hand, I'll swear you in. Do you swear from the testimony you give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. And for the benefit of our respondent, I am the Code Enforcement Magistrate for the City of St. Cloud. My role here is an independent fact finder. I'm not employed by the city. I am retained to act as an independent. So I'll hear from the city, and they'll present their case, and then you'll have an opportunity, if you have any questions for the Code Enforcement Officer, you can ask those. If you have anything you'd like for me to hear, I'm happy to hear it. When I've heard all the evidence and testimony, I will render an order, and that will be followed by a written order that you will receive by mail. And with that, you can call our first case.
Case number 2020-146, Cho Hung Jen, owner, Lee Chow Ai, Pang Yingling Rachel, location of violation 1400 Indiana Avenue, St. Cloud, Florida. Violation, St. Cloud City Code Section 24-162A. Description of violation, failure to prohibit but rather allowed high grass weeds to be above the height of 8 inches at this location.
Good afternoon, Pam Neal, City of St. Cloud Code Enforcement Officer. I am presenting this case for the property located at 1400 Indiana Avenue. At this time, I would like to enter into evidence the following items. Copy of the Statement of Violation Notice of Hearing sent by certified mail, posted on the property and City Hall. Copy of the PowerPoint presentation. Copy of the Affidavit of Posting. Copy of the deed to the property. Copy of the code section in violation. Copy of the costs incurred if the special magistrate finds a respondent in violation in the amount of $220.35. And you have the book, correct?
Yes.
On January 15th, 2020, I received a complaint about high grass and weeds at this location. On January 15th, I went to verify the grass and weeds. They are high in the rear of the property. This is a second time repeat violation. Originally, the property went to the Code Enforcement Board in July of 2012, the second and third time in front of the Special Magistrate in April 2018 and July 2019. I took 4 photos. It's supposed to be on the 15th. Yeah, hold on, let me go back. Is that the first one? There we go. On January 21st, I went to a location, the grass and weeds were still high. I took 5 more photos. On January 22nd, a reinspection was made. The property was still in violation, so I took 2 photos. That's one of the posting. And that's from the front, showing to the back. On January 22nd, a statement of violation notice of hearing was sent by certified mail, posted on the property and City Hall. On February 3rd, a reinspection was made. The grass and weeds were mowed, and the property was in compliance. And I took 2 photos. It's not going right. The clicker thing is not working correctly, but here's, okay, that's one of the photos shown in compliance. That's the other one. On February 18th, the reinspection was made. The grass and weeds were already starting to get high again. And I took 2 photos. It's kind of hard to tell on the photos, but this photo here, they're probably, but it's all kind of like weeds, but I still kept them in compliance. The respondent is here today. It is the city's recommendation that the respondent be found in a repeat violation of allowing the grass and weeds to be above the height of 8 inches at this location and to pay a flat fine of $500. The city would like to also recover the costs incurred in bringing this case before the special magistrate in the amount of $220.35 to be paid within 7 days of the written order of the magistrate as well. And that concludes my presentation.
What was the date you found the property, you inspected and found the property in compliance?
Yes, February 3rd.
And your first inspection where you found observed violation was on January 15th?
Yes.
Okay. That's all the questions I have for you.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sir, do you have anything you'd like to?
Well, I'm embarrassed to come here this often, and I do try to keep the communication with the officers, Melissa, and also.
If you would
Pam
state
also.
your name for me for the record.
My name is Eddie Pan, Pan.
Okay. And your relationship to the property?
Represent the owners,
Okay.
and we didn't know that this case is in the like a repeat category. So actually, when Officer Pam first found the grass is too long, too high, on 15th January, we didn't receive any notice. So I assume we was receive a notice and then we take care of it, but we didn't know that until the posted on the property. The tenants told Mr. Wilson, who is the owner, and then he told me that. So of course after that we took care of it, but we didn't know that. But we tried to abide by the whatever code set by the city. So that's no question though. I don't have any question for this. I know it's our responsibility to keep the code.
Okay, I do have a question for you.
No, I don't have a question.
No, I have a question for
Oh, okay,
you.
sure.
Just trying to understand the notice issue. This is a certified mail receipt, and I'll ask the code enforcement officer, this is the certified mail receipt from when you mailed out the statement of violation and notice of hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so if you'd approach, there's a signature on that green card, and who related to the property? Is that a signature of somebody related to the property? Right there.
Yeah, this is me.
Okay, so on January 29th, you signed for that?
Right.
So you did receive in the mail
Letter,
the notice?
Right.
Okay.
For the notice, but for the hearing, not for the violation. That's what
Okay,
I'm trying to say.
I understand. So with you can go back. With a repeat violation, it's actually different. They don't have to give you a notice, an opportunity to cure. With the repeat violation, it goes straight to a hearing, basically.
Right.
So that's why you didn't receive that first notice of violation. Now I understand what you were saying, so that resolves the question for me. Thank you. Based on the evidence and testimony provided, I find in favor of the city. The city has requested a flat fine of $500, seeing that the first observation was January 15th, and it was cured, I'm sorry, when did you say? When was the observation of cure?
February 3rd.
February 3rd. And they could ask for $500 per day. They're not asking for that. The city does appreciate, I'm sure, that once you received the notice, that you took care of it immediately, but the reason why, I explained that with repeat violations, they don't have to give you that notice of violation and hearing and opportunity to cure, because you know. And you started off today by saying, I'm embarrassed to be here so many times. You know. And now you know again, so moving forward, hopefully, you know, this will really cement the necessity of staying on top of that property, because, as we all know, grass grows and sometimes it grows fast. But anyway, they've asked for a $500 fine. I'm inclined to award that, but I will ask if there are any difficulties in paying that that would cause you to need more time than, say, 30 days to pay the $500.
No, 30 days would be.
Okay, and based on the evidence testimony and the fact that I find in favor of the city, I also will award the city its administrative costs in the amount of $220.35. I'm just going to roll, since it's just monetary at this point, unless the city has an objection, I'm just going to roll that into the 30 days so they can write one check within 30 days to the city. Is there any objection there? Okay, so that's my ruling on the case. And again, you will receive in the mail the order, and actually that time will start ticking the day that I sign the order, which will probably be Friday.
Okay.
Okay?
Is that the 200-something
It-
fee is on top of 500?
On top of the 500, so total it would be $720.35.
Okay.
But the order, the written order will have all of that in it, so you'll have a document there that will tell you exactly what you need to do.
Sure.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clerk?
Unfinished business, none. New business, request for reduction of fine lien under $50,000. Case number 2010-1781, Andrew McKenty, owner, location of violation, parcel number 01-26-30-0650-0001-101, 103-5, St. Cloud, Florida. Original hearing date, August 18, 2010.
Good afternoon, Jack Morgeson for the city. Request for a reduction of fine on a lien settlement presented to you this afternoon, agreed to by the city manager, Mr. Sturgeon, and the respondent, Mr. McGinty. This case was heard originally back in the summer, 2010, grass and weeds. The final lien was recorded for an amount outstanding of $3,920.32, including some costs, $140.32. Property was acquired relatively recently, as I understand, and the respondent reached an agreement to make payment of $500 as a lump sum payment to settle out the outstanding lien, to be paid within 15 days of the magistrate's acceptance of the settlement and order entered. As I understand, this respondent also took care of an ancillary matter that was very favorable to the city, which led to this agreement between the city manager and Mr. McGinty. So they elected not to attend, and let me present it to you for consideration. So
And so it's 15 days was the agreed amount of time?
that's in the agreement that I have before me, yes, that it would be paid within 15 days of approval by the magistrate. You can, I mean, obviously, it's your discretion.
Just making sure, because usually it's 30 days.
Right, I
But
noted
if it's
that.
15 that they agreed on, I have no problem with the 15.
Sure.
And based on what's been presented, I'll approve that reduction of fine, order that the respondent pay the reduced amount within 15 days. If not paid within such time, it will revert back to its original amount.
Thank you, sir. That's all.
Thank you.
Next scheduled meeting, March 19, 2020.
Anything else from the city? Adjourned.